Okay, hello, welcome again to City Heroes Video Tours. This one, we're going to focus on the new accolade they just added with the issue 28 update called Mark and Recall. It is a special accolade that you get when you gather up certain sets of badges in the game. For instance, the Germinator Terminator badge for beating the giant seed of Hamidon in First Ward, also the full spectrum for destroying all the seedlings that can spawn in First Ward. Actually, you really need to just destroy one each of the seedlings that it spawns to get that badge, but to defeat the giant seed, you kind of got to wipe out the seedlings anyway. So, hey. Show's over for defeating carnivals out there in Pretoria. Lawbreaker for defeating drudges, which you can find in Night Ward. Carnivals you can find pretty much over in First Ward. Multifaceted for completing 25 alignment tip mission badges. That badge set was added on this last update also. The last word is a history badge. Just get all the plaques over in First Ward and you should have that. Eye of the Vortex. That's one of the map badges in First Ward. Stargazer, which is a Night Ward exploration badge, and Dead But Dreaming, another Night Ward exploration badge. You collect them all and you get the nifty little Mark and Recall accolade, which is right here. This is the icon. This is the info on it. Now, I've tested it already on this, and I know it will work, but obviously people are going to want some more tangible proof, so we're going to do it again. This is set on Master Mode. There's a reason for this. Remember, Penelope Inn must be brought here to the door. Now, there's another strategy we can use if we have multiple people on this with teleportation powers, but that's okay. We're going to use the new Mark and Recall accolade instead. Now remember, on Master Mode, if Penelope Inn gets defeated, the badge is a fail. You lose the Master Badge. Been that way for a long time, nothing you can do about it. Luckily, they changed Mission 3, where if the two Omegas get defeated, then you still keep going for the Master Badge, which is good. As long as no one on your team has been defeated, of course. Anyway, that's the description of it. So, here's what we do. We click, and I've now activated it, and there's supposed to be an icon on my map to show where I've marked the location, but it's not really showing, and that's okay. We really don't need that. And this might be a little bit of a bumpy ride, and possibly a comedy of errors as I try to get down there, but oh well. I don't have super speed phase shift on this character, and honestly, it doesn't really need it. So, but that's me. Different people, different play styles. Remember, folks, City of Heroes is designed to promote diversity of character design and play style, and there's a lot of people out there that should be reminded about that, and that diversity, both in the game and out of the game in IRL, really should be respected a bit more. It can make for much more harmonious relations. Oh my, they almost took down my particle shield, which is about to recharge anyway. Oh, the benefits of permacharge particle shield. Okay. Now, next step, we gotta get Penelope in free, which means smashing these generators and a lot of Ricky. So, hang on for a few minutes while we slugfest through this here. Of course, this rat armor tightened weapons on this tank. And it's not the tank's first rule. I must admit, though, it is a shame that Incarnate powers are shut off on Master Bad runs. That's it. I wouldn't mind using the little Ion Judgment without it. But that's it. Okay, so we got the generators down. Now we just gotta wipe out a bunch of Ricky guards. bashful about using inspirations. There's no shame. Or I could always tap these accolades here to reinforce myself. The trick now is to get her free from that beam, and the way to do that with the generators down is I gotta deck a lot of freaking, mainly the bosses, but that's okay. Not concerned. All the side attacks, a dark armor tank will also be here too. Willpower can do fairly well, but might get overwhelmed. Super reflexes would be a bad idea, so shield tank. Ice armor, fire armor would do okay, but again, they're not the more optimal armor sets for something like this. Trust me, I know, I do have one each of those. Actually, my shield tank was decommissioned, cleansed of its IO, was put back in storage, and was bumped to another server. In storage. Like a perma-charge particle shield on auto-fire. Okay, this is what we wanted. She's now free from the beam. We gotta go through the cutscene of this uber nerd of a Clot King obsessing over her. Needs many years of therapy, so she had to be in a brain jar. Now, we have to wait till she's done talking. Once she's done talking and she starts fighting, we can then make our move here. Bear with me a moment. Okay, she's now done her speech. When she says she's really sorry, she's ready. Let's click this. Hey, look! We're both here. The key for this or the other teleport strategies is you can't teleport her until she says that she's really very sorry. That's when she's mobile and she's in combat mode. That is when you strike with your teleportation strategy or with what I just did. That new Accolade just sent us right back to the mission door. The fact that it took her with me was, when I first tested it, that was an unexpected dividend. My plan was to warp back here, then use single target teleport on her, which is a legitimate tactic. So there you go. This is very nice. So this is something to keep in mind on a Master LGTF run for this mission. You want a super nigh indestructible tank going down there on its own, getting her free. But before that, it's got to mark its location right here at the door with this Accolade, which is now on recharge for the next 8 minutes. Upon doing that, hang on, let me step out here so I don't have to waste my time dodging their attack. Okay, so like I was saying, before being so rudely interrupted by that ambush, I tell you, no manners. Anyway, okay, so the super nigh indestructible tank such as this one goes in at the door. You mark the location with the Accolade like I did. Click, and then it was on standby, ready to go the whole time. It zips on down there. It frees Penelope in. After the cutscene, once she's done talking, you have to wait until you see the NPC dialogue where she says that she's really very sorry for everything that's gone on. Okay? That's when she starts moving, that's when she's in attack mode, and that's when she can be cut down and defeated, and we don't want that. That's when you activate the Accolade while standing near her like I was, and zap. We're both at the door. Now, I'm thinking that it took us both because she was attached to me. I was going to be her escort through the hallways. Okay? To get back up there. To the door. That is the most likely explanation for why that worked. I was her escort. And the teleportation happened so fast that we didn't need to have to worry about the tether being broken. So that's a good thing. Now, if you want to try to speed it up and optimize safety a little bit, some or all the team could go down there, but once she's free, but the tank still marks the location with that Accolade. Everyone then backs off before she gets freed and the cutscene begins. You gotta have her attached to the tank, who's done the marking with that Accolade. Okay? That's that. So if you bring the rest of the team down there, she might latch onto someone else, and that could screw up the whole program. So your best bet is, again, just go right ahead. Let the Super 9 destructible tank do the thing while everyone else sits at the door. And hey, the rest of the team won't be bored for long, because once you're back there at the door, there's the Clockwork King. You still gotta take him down to beat the whole mission. No big deal. Okay, here we are in a mission that I punched up on police radio. It appears to be a rescue mission. Not sure if it'll be an escort to the door, but we'll find out. If it's not, then great, we'll try something else. Accolade just recharged, so again, location now marked. Standby. Well, how about that? It is an escort mission. For once, I never thought I'd be glad to be on one of these, but okay. He's following me. He's tethered to me. Let's hit the Accolade. It works. This just made rescue escort missions of any kind a whole lot better. Now, let me check something else. Stand by. Okay. For this mission, I'm going to test the Mark and Recall Accolade again. This is the new Red Side mission, where you can get the Underdog or the Polster badge, depending if you choose Rogue or Hero alignment. I've got this arc covered in its entirety on another video. This is just for Mark and Recall testing. So first, we tap the icon, and my return point is now marked. Now, this one's kind of important because I gotta go rescue the Praetorian character Tunnel Rat, which is easy in and of itself, but she likes to fight her way out. So all these enemies I'm zooming on past to get to her, she'd want to blast them all on the way out. Yeah. Think we can kind of live without going through all that, if at all possible. So where is she? She's not there. There. Ah, here she is. Amazing how she stays invisible even after she's captured. Oh. If the story arc captures me, I'm going to use my judgment power to blast these guys. But oh well. Ah, now she's battling. It's good, so I've got her free. Now, I've tested on every occasion with the person right next to me. I'm going to move away just quite a bit here. And then... okay. She was still kind of close to me, but the tether was still intact, so okay, fine. I wanted to try to move far away and see if it was possible, but she moves fast to catch up. But hey, there you go. Another useful thing for the Mark and Recall Accolade. This is a good thing. Alright. Okay, mission 1 of the ITF, Imperious Task Force. You gotta escort Sister Solaris to that altar at the top of the hill. Normally it's a couple quick steps, but sometimes she doesn't move right away, or she gets tangled up in people's stealth powers, or someone might have been silly and triggered that massive Nictus ambush that can occur up there. So we're going to see how well it works with her. Okay, here we are up at the top, ready to go free Sister Solaris, having easily crushed my way through the inside and rescuing the 10 prisoners. So first we go to the altar. We tap the Accolade so that it's primed and ready. And let's do this. That brings the soldiers and gets the Minotaur's attention. Did his T9 collapse? Darn. Okay. Okay, once she says that, yep, now she's moving. Well, what do you know? It worked. So, okay, so the real trick is, in all the cases that I have shown in this video, the hostage must be ready to be moving. She was standing there jabbering for a few moments, and it wasn't until she bubbled me and was moving that I was able to do it. With that other guy I rescued in that other standard mission, same thing. Basically had to get him free, make sure he was going to follow me, thus he's tethered, thus click, zap, done. And same with that LGTF, which is very critical. You must make sure Penelopean has said that she's very sorry for what's going on. At that point, she's mobile, she's in battle, and that's when you trigger the Accolade, and she's still tethered to you, you go right to the door. So there you go. We now have a nice way to use the Mark and Recall Accolade they've added to the game. Now again, you need some badges to get this, so one moment. Okay. Multifaceted, this is one of them. You also need this one here for shooting down the Hamidan that flies around the first ward. You want a team or league for that one, trust me. You also need this one for destroying one each of the seedlings of the Sita Hamidon. You also need this badge right here for defeating the Carnival of Light, Vengeance, or War. They're in First Ward in Pretoria. You can easily find them. You also need this one for defeating Drudges. You'll find them in Night Ward rather easily. You need this one. That's for getting all the plaques in First Ward. And then after that, you need the Eye of the Vortex badge, which is a First Ward exploration badge. The Stargazer map badge, for which is a Night Ward. And the Dead But Dreaming badge, which is also Night Ward. So I'd show them on the list here, but there's a lot of map badges in the game. It'd take a little while to find them on the list, so not gonna have to worry about that. But anyway, yeah, so we now have a great use for that Mark and Recall Accolade, which, by the way, this is the badge that gives the Mark and Recall Accolade power right here. You get this when you get all those badges that I've shown or mentioned. Alright, folks, well, that's going to be a cut, print, and a wrap for this vid. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next one, and hey, don't forget, remember, respect diversity in the game. This game promotes diversity of character design, character construction, and playstyle. There's no one way to play this game. If someone tells you otherwise, then that may not be the type of person you want to be playing with. There's multiple ways to build characters. There's multiple ways to play this game. And people really do need to remember that sometimes. Also, as always, don't forget every once in a while, turn your computer off, go outside and play. See you on the next video.